to another potting video. In this video, I am repotting this lemon tree. The last video was the lime tree. If you missed that, please be sure to go check that out. I'll probably have it suggested at the end of this video. But here, this would be the third time I would be repotting this lemon tree, and you can see all of the dirt is gone and it's definitely overgrown this pot, and it's time to put it in this bigger pot. I found this pot at either Ross or Marshall's for probably I think $12, and this was the original pot that it came in when I initially purchased it from Home Depot. So I just wanted to put it here to give you an idea of the growth in the last year. I purchased it last year, the beginning of spring. So she's definitely been doing her thing. It's time for her to go into this new pot here. Now, the most important thing to consider when using pots to support your planting is drainage. Drainage is very important because root rot, I think, is probably the #1 element of houseplants or just planting in pots generally. You don't want the roots of your plants to be in water too long. You want them to be able to get the water as they see necessary. So what I did was I punctured a hole in the bottom of this pot, and I noticed that it has sort of a reservoir on the bottom of it that allows you to collect water. It's also about a foot tall, so this would allow me more than a foot and a half deep. So this will allow me to be able to put more dirt in the bottom to allow for more drainage. Along with drainage, soil is also the most important aspect to planting as a whole. Your soil nutrition value has to be the best that you can come up with. There are several recipes that you can use when it comes to creating your medium to support your plants. I choose to use a half and half part organic raised soil. This is Miracle Grow, as you can see, but I've used different types of companies. What is most important for me is it being organic and it being raised bed soil. I then add my compost. You see here I have a 2-part system that I use to compost my scraps, both yard scraps and kitchen scraps. And this bin is where I hold the most composted soil from the bin, so that way I can access it easily when it comes to planting and potting. At Mari's Garden, we create space for our garden friends, the bees. These tiny pollinators help our flowers bloom and our food grow, but they need our support. By planting bee-friendly flowers and protecting green spaces, we're building a safe haven where bees can thrive. Together, let's celebrate nature, protect the pollinators, and save the bees here at Mari's Garden. Now that I have everything that I need, I'm going to lay out this old tablecloth just to catch any dirt that will fall from this process. and I squeeze the pot to loosen the plant before I tilt it to extract the plant. Never pull the plant out. Brace the plant with your hand and let gravity work with you, and the plant should fall out on its own. If you have problems, you can use a tool to loosen the soil from around the pot, but this time we did not have that issue. There was hardly no soil left in the pot from how much the plant had grown during this time. So as you can see here, it was all roots. I must say that off camera, I did fill the gray pot up with soil first. This is to make sure that there is enough soil to sustain the plant through another year or two of growth. Right now, I'm making the decision on whether I should add more dirt to the bottom to lift the plant up in the pot or leave as is. Now, I have already put more dirt than usual just to allow for more room for growth as well as drainage. So hopefully this should work. I ultimately decided to just leave it as is and continue to backfill it with more dirt. Here at Mari's Garden, a private donor-supported green space where we grow food and build community, every seed planted here helps preserve nature and promote wellness. Support us and follow us at Mari's Garden. Be a part of something beautiful. Together, we can plant a seed and grow a future. As I was getting the rest of the soil out of the previous pot that the plant was in, I noticed how well the soil was. This is a testament to the health of the soil, is when you find earthworms that have made their way into the bottom of the pot, which for me is always a sign of not just a healthy plant, but a thriving plant, because an ecosystem is literally living in the pot, which are earthworms. They basically eat decomposing matter, hence the compost that's added to the potting soil, but then they regurgitate just pure nutrients and fertilizer for the soil, as well as when their life ends, their castings also become nutrient for the plant. So it's always a wonderful thing to see lovely earthworms. So here I'm just adding as much soil as possible, leveling it out before I add the water. Here you can see I have added as much soil as possible, leveling it off. Now it is time to give her a good watering. This first time I make sure to water until I can either see it coming out the bottom, but in this case, because of the container, it having a reservoir, I know that it will catch the water, so I will have to use a measuring gauge moving forward to test the moisture of the soil. Until next time, you all, happy gardening. I will be sure to have an updated video coming soon. Thanks for watching Mari's Garden. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you can grow with us. And for even more behind the scenes garden magic, follow us on TikTok and Instagram at Mari's Garden. Every click helps us plant seeds of change. See you in the next video.